Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everyone that this podcast contains two pissed-up gays with their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content, which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourself in, pour yourself a large one, down it and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines.
Comes the one who's getting married today. Oh, you gammon jealous bitches better get out of my way. Cause I've got a man and yous ain't got shit. And if yous haven't married by now, you poor bitches might as well quit.
Welcome back, dear listeners.
Oh my god, this sounds like a Stephen Fry podcast.
Thought we'd gone somewhere.
We've gone somewhere. We've been somewhere, we've gone somewhere.
We've been all over the shops, haven't we?
Well, we actually haven't, because I've been so fucking ill for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Which is why it's hindered this podcast, and which is why we haven't got an episode out. So yeah, we are here. I'm going to try my hardest not to cough throughout this whole fucking episode, which I can't promise, because I can barely string a sentence together. But yes, we are here.
We made it back. And for a momentous...
number
20.
Yeah, the second trimester, as they would put it in the pregnancy world. So nearly too late to abort. That was quite a low blow for me. So early on in the podcast. But yes, episode 20. So yeah, second trimester of podcast.
I feel we should have like the little poppers.
We should have little poppers. Maybe we could have put it in the edit, but we're too fucking lazy.
Not those poppers, listeners.
Oh no, yeah. Well, See, now you're talking my language. Yes, gay poppers. We talk about it all the time on this podcast, so maybe we need to get some gay poppers to celebrate episode 20.
Absolutely. Down for that.
Not those little party poppers.
No.
Gay poppers.
Proper poppers.
Okay, proper poppers. Get the proper poppers out. We've hit number 20. Anyway, yeah, so we played the little gay wedding song at the start, which kind of gives us a bit of an insight into what this episode is about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that sounds like it would be me, wouldn't it, at my wedding day? Like,
Almost
me, look at me now. That would literally be me, the biggest narcissist going on my wedding day. It would all have to be about me.
I thought that was a recording of you.
It probably was a recording of me. It's probably one of my drunk Friday nights when I was single by myself, pretending I was getting married.
No, it sounded a little bit too camp for you, I think. A little bit too camp.
A little bit too camp for me? That's fucking saying something.
I think so.
Really? I don't think you can get more camp. Sitting in a pink tracksuit in a pink room with pink neon lights, pink hair and a pink drink and a pink mic. Can't get any more camp than that. But if anybody can prove me otherwise, then please let me know. Please let me know how more camp I can actually fucking get. Because I don't think I can be any more camper. Camper? Is that word?
Camper, yeah.
Camper man.
I think that means something different, doesn't it?
Does it?
I mean, I don't know what it means, but camper man sounds like you're one of those chogs who go on caravan holidays. Exactly, you're definitely not one of those.
No caravan holiday for me. Fuck that. Ugh. Oh, thought going away for... You know what, saying that, when I was a kid I used to go on caravan holiday with my family and I used to actually quite enjoy it, but that was when I was like a kid and I didn't have a fucking say in things. Now, you won't catch me dead in a caravan.
No chance.
Nope.
No chance.
No caravan, no tent, no festivals, nothing.
Spa hotel minimum.
Somebody said to me today, your hair would be really good for festivals. And I was like, I ain't going to no fucking festival, love, so my hair might be good for festivals, but I'm not going to be fucking going there.
It's definitely not your style. I'm the great unwashed.
What, my hair?
No.
Choose your fucking words lightly. First we talk about my pink hair, now you're saying the great unwashed. I hope you mean fucking festivals.
I meant the people who go to festivals, the great unwashed who go there, not...
Oh God, now we've insulted a load of fucking people that go to festivals. We are losing followers by the day. Or the listeners by the day. Although saying that, my hair is probably pretty unwashed because it's bright pink. Anyway, yeah, so I don't really have anything to rant about this week apart from the fact that I've been fucking on death's door.
Yeah.
So maybe we could rant about that a little bit. You know.
Yeah, it has pretty much wiped you out, hasn't it?
I'd say that's a fucking understatement.
Yeah.
I've not been able to do anything absolutely anything. So yeah, but I'm feeling a bit better now.
Yeah.
And just as I said, I can't be my usual funny self because I will cough to shit on this podcast. So I'm trying to rein it in because I can't be fucking bothered to edit the coughs out.
Well, we'll make it through, I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah, the
I'm very rarely that funny.
Oh. Cue silence just for dramatic effect. That was just a joke. Just a joke. I did put age. Like I must have wrote note to myself about ranting about age this week, but I can't remember why.
I don't remember why.
Can't remember why. I mean, I'm in my mid-30s now, so there's probably loads to rant about, but I can't remember what it was. I forgot. See, forget these rants when I write them at the time. But do you have anything to rant about, or is it usually just me? Isn't it? It's usually just me.
I don't think I've got anything to rant about particularly.
No, it's usually me that's the moany old cunt. God, we've got a cunt already. We're already about 5 minutes in. Fucking hell. Oh, anyway. Yeah, so going back to what we were saying, marriage. So, obviously, I think we wanted to talk a little bit about marriage on this episode because let's rein it back into what we've been binging on at the moment, and that is obviously Married at First Sight.
Indeed, yeah, my first series.
Popped your Married at First Sight cherry.
Indeed, yeah.
And it's been a fucking good one, to be honest.
Been good. It's been
fucking
fantastic.
Good one. What are your thoughts of it?
I think the couples that you think are strong at the beginning end up being a bit like ropey, testy, and then the ones who are a bit understated at the beginning I mean, not all of them. Let's look at Portia and
oh, do you know what? She's
they
a
were
fucking
doomed
idiot.
from the start.
I ain't got fucking time for her either.
She was doomed from the start.
Oh, there's some fucking arseholes on that.
There are,
show,
and like I just think so many of them are just so up their own arses. Like,
there's some right idiots on there though as well, isn't there? Like literally, you've got to be scraping the barrel of casting. When you're a casting director and you're casting for shows like that, you've literally got to be scraping the fucking barrel.
I mean, I wouldn't do it myself. I wouldn't go onto a show just to marry someone that I've not met before. I think that's more like my impression of marriage being...
Isn't it funny though that we say that we wouldn't go on Married at First Sight to marry someone that we've never met before, but we can quite easily go on Grindr and have a freeway with people that we've never seen before in our lives. Completely anon-fuck. We can do anonymous fucks in the gay world, but we can't marry someone on TV that we've never met before. How hypocritical does that sound?
I guess it's a fair point, but I don't know, like, to me marriage means it's quite... a real commitment, and
so it's a freeway. Fucking hell. I read something the other day, and this is totally off. You know me, I tend to digress a little bit, but I saw a really funny meme, and it was like an old bruised banana, and it was like, you know, most people, 99% of the British public won't put the bruised part of a banana in their mouth, but they can easily put easily put some unwashed genitals in their mouth.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking true. Like, you could literally go down on someone and suck someone off not knowing where they've been, but you won't put a bruised banana in your mouth. I can relate. There is no way. As soon as I peel off the banana and I see that manky bruised bit, I don't want to know. Oh.
But an unwashed foreskin. Oh. Give it to me now.
Really?
No.
No fucking way. No way. That's like the peeling. Oh, now you've made me feel like peeling a banana back. It's like peeling on a horrible unwashed foreskin. How do we get onto foreskins?
Yeah, let's move swiftly on.
Let's move on from bruised bananas and day dick.
But you make a good point. Like, as in the gay world, like we're happy to meet strangers. Like, don't know which house we're going into, what we're going to find when we get in, what we're going to find when we get out. Let's be honest.
Well, that's usually the problem. That's usually the fucking problem. It's not getting in. It's when you're out and you fucking a couple of weeks later and you get that text message to say that you've got something. Woo! Fucking hell.
But that's it. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. So why shouldn't we go on a show and get married?
Possibly marry someone on TV that I've never met. However, I don't mind going to a glory hole. We got on the subject of glory holes.
Here we are, Fahien.
It's always a glory hole here. Any hole is a goal. Any hole is a goal. But go back to Married at First Sight. If you know, I was thinking about this, and obviously there is a gay couple on there. You've got Sean and Mark, which are now not on there. Thank God Sean saw the light and got rid of that trash bag.
Yeah.
That fucking trash bag. Can't stand him.
He was a mess.
We've had little run-ins in the past, me and him, but not in terms of like arguments or a fling or anything. We just were part of the same agent years and years ago.
Okay.
He was part of the reality TV part, though. I was a spotlight actor, so we were in different cameras.
Well, he finally got his 5 minutes of fame.
Oh, God.
Let's hope that's the end of it.
Oh, yeah, anyway, I'm glad that he saw the light. But anyway, I was thinking, when you look at some of these people on these shows, I'm not completely convinced that is the only gay person on Married at First Sight, if I'm honest. Without offending anyone.
Oh, you think some of the other...
Yes.
Grooms are?
Oh my God, yes. I reckon some of those other grooms on Married at First Sight would definitely take a dick. Take a dick. If you could just keep it with that. I doubt they're going to listen to this podcast, but if someone did, we're sorry if we're offending you, but this is my gaydar. Might not be right.
I think I could probably guess a couple of those people.
So who would you say?
Georges.
I think Georges would take a penis if he had one too many cocktails.
Chuck him a couple of baguettes.
Oh, God. Maybe we can trade secrets. I'm like, George, I'll throw you a few baguettes on your Twitch if you listen to our podcast and share it. You've got more of a follower than I have on Instagram, George. Yeah, I can see George taking one for the team.
I don't know. Who else?
What about Jordan? Poor man's Jack Grealish.
Yeah, I don't know if he would. I think he's too...
I think you wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I think he'd...
He's the type of person that if you dangled like a banana in front of him, he'd be like, he's a bit weird. He's a bit like...
Simple.
Simple? Well, yes. Yeah, he's a little bit simple,
that the
bless him.
okay term to use? No.
I think so. Like, it's like plain Jane, isn't it?
Oh, I nearly said something really bad there. I'm not going to say that.
We always spoke about Jill from Humanities and ages, isn't we? If you're still listening, bitch. What was you going to say that you haven't said? Or is this
I think it's not appropriate
not
to say.
Not appropriate. Oh, see, people think that I'm the offensive one. Not the case. Well, yeah, all right then. Yeah, I kind of get the George thing. Maybe not Jordan. I can't remember who else is on there. Who else is on there now?
Definitely not Luke. I think he's
as straight as
they come.
We ain't on there now. He got booted off.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a shame. I quite like those two. They were good.
It is the final commitment ceremony tonight, though, so I'm very excited as to
Thomas. Maybe.
Well, yeah,
he might take a dick.
Fucking hell! I think he's a top or a bottom.
I mean, the way he went down to the sex shop and. I wish he got the Prowler. Can you imagine if he turned up a Prowler?
Oh my God.
I think it was probably more like Harmony or like an Ann Summers.
Like a Love Honey.
Probably did it on Love Honey.
It looked like an Ann Summers dildo.
Yeah.
It looked like an Ann Summers dildo. It didn't look like a Prowler one. No. It weren't one of those giant fists that you could buy. I wasn't taking that back, was he? Trying to fucking have a go on that.
Well, she's a farm girl. I'm sure she's stuck a fist or two some places.
Oh, God. No wonder, like, honestly, I don't know. I have no words. Yeah, maybe there are a couple of gay boys on there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You're right.
Time will tell. But yeah, I'm really excited to watch the final commitment ceremony tonight. And I'm sure next week we'll have, it'll be finished by next week, won't it?
Oh, yeah. It's gone kind of quickly for such a long, Anyway.
Yeah, well, anyway, keeping with weddings. I was going to ask you, have you ever been married? But I think I know the answer to that. So, but in the spirit of continuity, have you ever been married?
I've never been married before in my life, no.
I don't recommend. Well, it depends, actually. It depends who you're marrying, I suppose.
True.
I don't know. I haven't had the best experiences with weddings.
So far.
I've been engaged more time than the fucking switchboard, haven't I? Like, got quite the ring collection. That's the only good thing about being engaged 3 times to 3 different men. You get the ring collection. Yeah. I jangle as I walk now. I look back. Just like the ring collector. That sounds predatory, doesn't it? The ring collector.
It's like the child collector.
Like the child collector, but collected man's rings. That's how it feels.
Hey, but if it works for you, it works for you.
I do mean ring as in wedding ring, not...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't collect men's arseholes.
No.
Yet. Yet. I've not encountered one that I would want to keep yet. Oh, Ronnie the ring collector, eh? It's got quite a little ring to it, isn't it?
There we go. You make yourself laugh.
Oh, God, you got to, haven't you? You got to make your fucking self laugh.
You do indeed.
Do you think gay weddings differ from straight weddings, though? Like, in terms of... Well, I suppose in terms of anything. Like, in terms of the wedding itself in terms of the planning, what you do, tradition? I don't know.
Not anymore. I mean, obviously, up until kind of recently, we've not been able to get married in churches, but now we can. But I don't know. In my mind, like gay weddings, straight weddings, same commitment, the same ideal. Like, no, I don't think they should be different. It's a wedding day is all depend on who you are as a person, and if you want to do, you know, church or whatever, like just the party you just want. Like, it's all up to the individual. And
I don't know if I'd want to get married in a church though. Like, even if I was in a heterosexual relationship now, I don't know whether a church wedding would be for me.
No.
I kind of like the idea of like a barn or a retreat kind of vibe. I don't know if a church wedding's for me, but particularly as a gay person, although I know it's legal now and it's, you know, great that we can do it, I don't know whether that sits well within my values of a gay wedding.
Would you want a priest to marry you, or would you want it? Are you happy to just have a, what are they called?
I don't know what they're called. I don't know.
I don't know, the person who officiates a wedding, whatever their name is.
Plastic priest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. Like, again, if it wasn't a church wedding, I don't know if I'd need a priest to marry me, but
Yeah.
I certainly would be wanting a fucking Elvis person or that. Not that I've got anything against that, but it's just not my vibe.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't know. Just anyone that can fucking do it, to be honest. Probably a woman. I'd like a woman to do it. Like a woman with a bit of sass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can have a look for that.
Imagine like a Karen being the wedding officiant.
Maybe Medea.
Yeah, I'd like Medea to officiate my wedding. I'd like Medea. Tyler Perry, if you're listening, which I'm definitely not going to be listening. Yeah, imagine that. That'd be well fun, having Medea do the wedding, wouldn't it?
That would be great, yeah.
I'd make her just slag everyone off in the crowd. Was it a crowd? What's it called? Audience? Crowd?
Congregation, I guess.
No, but what's the people that come to the wedding? Guests.
Guests.
The guests.
Wedding guests, yeah.
Wedding guests, that's what I'm looking for. I'm calling them a fucking audience.
Well, we can tell what your thing's going to be like, yeah?
The whole wedding is a complete show for me. What about, I suppose, keeping in with the theme of gay weddings, I suppose, you know, experience with family and stuff, but, you know, say, I don't know, in your experience, in my experience, when I came out as gay was one thing, but then when I got engaged to a gay person or a gay man, it was another thing, and that brought up a load of questions. Do you think, like, in your experience, if you've come out now and you know, your family know that you like dick rather than flange, but if you went home and said you were getting married, do you think you'd get questions like, how does it work, or who's the bride, or, you know, those silly questions that family, especially people in the older generation that don't know how gay weddings work?
I don't know. I don't think my mum would ask me those weird, like, awkward questions. Like, I suspect there'd be a... Well, no, I don't think there would be. Like, nowadays as well, like, you do see gay weddings represented on TV. Not as much as maybe they could be, but you can still see shows where gay weddings have happened, and you can see they're kind of just the same as every other wedding. Like,
I would definitely get questions. Like, my dad would literally, just for banter, would be like, who is the lady and who is the man?
Who's leading the first dance?
Are you wearing the dress? Naturally, it'll be me wearing the dress. I don't know, like, I think I would get subtle questions about the logistics of it and how it works.
Yeah.
You know, are you husband and husband? You know, I've had things like, in the past when I got engaged, I think my mum said once, like, it's not bridesmaids, so what are they? And I was like, that's actually a fucking good question, actually. Like,
Yeah.
a groomsmaid doesn't sound right. So I think I would still call it the bridesmaid. Because I want to be the bride.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's fair enough. Like,
I might not be a fucking bride, but I'd definitely be a bride fucking zilla, wouldn't I? Like,
hell yeah.
you're too fat to come to my wedding. I'm joking. That would definitely not be me. That would definitely not be me. Not weight, but like, I don't know. Colour scheme would be a big one for me.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It'd have to be all pink.
And also how it looks, like how the barn is set up, the colours, the whole colour scheme and the whole event.
To go to the barn and be like, can you drill like round holes in the toilets, please, just for the gay guests?
Would you think you'd be as far as one of those people walking around with a clipboard and a headset?
No, I'd hire someone to do that for me.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't be that person.
Okay.
But I'd want like, little gay favours. I wouldn't want penis straws, but
No.
you know,
Tasteful still.
penises flying around the wedding. Penises going in the glory holes, but not penis straws. No one knows. That reminds me of like Chavvy Hen Party.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
We'd want real penises at this wedding. Yeah, I'd want all like gay stuff. Poppers on the table, glory holes in the toilet.
You could have penis-shaped placeholders at the table.
Yeah, see? What are those little balls with all the meats and cheeses?
Charcuterie board.
One of those. I can't say it. Can't fucking say
Charcuterie
it.
board.
One of those in a penis shape. You know, all that.
Penis-shaped wedding cake?
Penis-shaped wedding cake. I said this to you the other day. I'd want it like where you could squeeze it and then the spunk would come out. Like the cream would explode at the top of the penis wedding
That
cake.
would be difficult
There
to
we go.
explain to Auntie Margaret.
Penis, especially if it's in the eye. You want to aim it at the old guests, wouldn't you? Like, come here, Nan. Come and touch. Oh, you know what? I want a hand soap dispensers that were in dildos and you used to have to do this. Come on, Nan. Oh, I'd make it one big gay homo fest.
Well, why not? Let's celebrate.
Well, talking of family and questions and stuff, I was browsing. Actually, I wasn't even looking for this. I was just browsing YouTube because I fucking love YouTube, and I found a video of a family having questions about gay weddings, and I think they had a family member who was getting married to a man, and they had all these questions, and I found it very funny, and it reminded me a little bit of my family. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it, and let's see if you can relate, or whether any of those questions you would ask yourself.
Let's play it.
Or you would be asked. So yeah, let's roll it.
Now, is RuPaul gonna be there?
No, I don't think Delroy knows RuPaul.
Neil Patrick Harris?
No.
Ooh, Doogie. What if you don't want your picture on the internet?
This is ridiculous! Gary, ridiculous. Is that a gay term?
When do we sing YMCA?
Oh.
Sir, not during the ceremony.
Okay.
What about Macho Man?
Nope.
I don't know where to buy no gay presents.
When they kiss, is it okay to stand up and say, ew?
No, it's not, because that would be homophobic.
This from the man who won't allow gay hymns at the gay wedding.
Okay, but like an involuntary gasp.
When in the ceremony do we sing Over the Rainbow?
Well, you don't. You don't. This is a religious ceremony, so you wouldn't be singing that during the service.
Oh, all right.
Do we have to participate in the anal sex? Oh! Or can we just watch and cheer in a fireman's hat?
No, there's no anal sex and no fireman's hat.
I mean, I think that's an extreme version of the sort of questions that we would be asked. And
I don't think my mum would totally know RuPaul, but maybe she would. Maybe she would know RuPaul.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I don't know if mine would, but it did make me laugh.
Yeah.
The favourite bit for me was about the anal. Do we have to participate in the anal sex? I'm like, yes.
But you know what I would be totally up for? Gay hymns. Where's all the gay hymns?
Gay hymns?
Where are all the gay hymns? Maybe not YMCA or whatever it is. But like gay, I'm totally up for gay hymns.
We love a gay hymn then, yeah, so there we go.
Better than a gay her.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did make it down the aisle at one point, didn't I? But it wasn't to a man, it was to a woman. So that was a very different experience for me. I did think they all knew. When I was doing it, I was mincing down that aisle. I'm sure they all...
What did you wear on the day?
What did I wear?
Yeah.
I had a stone-coloured suit on.
Okay.
And some trainers.
Okay.
And a white crisp shirt, because I got married in LA.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get married in the UK. I got married in West Hollywood. So how they didn't know that I was gay. Mum and Dad, I'm going to get married to a woman in West Hollywood. They were like, all right, fuck you now. But yeah. Well, yeah. But there we go. I did, again, like... I think when I got married, it was lovely, and I won't ever take that away from the time that I had. And I always say this, you know, nothing was a sham, nothing was made up. It was all because I wanted to, and I had a lovely wedding, and it was amazing. But it was quite heterosexual in terms of, apart from the fucking location. I think the whole marrying a bride made it a little bit heterosexual, but yeah, I think I would do things very fucking different now. I would do things very different. So yeah, now we've discussed it now. Gay hymns, dildo soap dispensers, Gloryholes, poppers, fucking Medea marrying us, the lot.
So if any of our listeners want to come to the wedding...
we'll get the invites out. But I did, again, taken to YouTube and to sound bites and stuff, again, I saw something funny which I thought I would slot in as well. And it was a video of, or an audio, should I say, of a couple in therapy. Now, I've never been in therapy for weddings or anything, so I wasn't, especially when we were getting divorced or when we were splitting up, we didn't have to go to therapy, we just fucking split up. But this is like a parody of a couple going into therapy because the man is gay.
Okay.
Now, I thought it was funny because tell me, when I run this clip, does any of it remotely sound like me? Or something that I would say? I have my own views on it. Tell me if you think it sounds a little bit like me.
Okay, well, let's give it a listen.
Okay, so how can I help you two? So I think my husband's gay and he can't come to terms with it. Were you not aware of the situation?
No, my wife told me we were getting pedicures and then now we ended up here.
She said you were getting what?
Pedicures.
You think he's what?
Gay.
Doc, look how he wears his clothes.
It's called fashion. Whenever you're ready, you should get a sense of it.
You know, I don't see it.
You see how I showed up today? Look how she showed up.
It's called fashion. Whenever you're ready, you should take it a sense of it.
It's called fashion.
That is 100% you.
It sounds like if I was in a heterosexual relationship again and I went to therapy, that is exactly what I would fucking say. It's called fashion.
Yeah, I mean... Those things are clearly...
My wife said we were getting pedicures. Pedicures.
I mean, I know some straight men who have pedicures, but at the same time...
Well, no, I'm not saying pedicures are a homosexual thing, but the fashion bit...
Completely you.
That would be very completely. It did make me fucking laugh. It did make me laugh. But yeah, I think that's exactly how I would sound if I was... in therapy and I was, my wife found out that I was a raging homo. Thankfully, when my wife found out I was a raging homo, it didn't send us into therapy. We just divorced. We still get on now. Well, kind of.
More or less.
More or less get on. Should have some of my wine.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people who get married in a straight relationship, get married, and one of them turns out to be gay. Like, I think especially when the older generation had to, because it was, being gay was not as accepted and was frowned upon in the past. But
yeah, just
be
didn't like the vagina. Didn't like the vagina. I like the big penis. Well, maybe not big penis, but just penis. What about like things like horror stories and stuff? Like,
there's too many, aren't there?
Yes, reading and just looking into some of these horror stories. Like, obviously, we've looked at some stories, and we've had some stories thrown at us, and But one of the ones that, God, look at us throwing the audio in today. Like, we're literally spoiling everyone, throwing audio left, right, and centre in it. But one that did make me laugh, and I've got to give kudos to Hannah actually for sending this in to us.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah.
Saying to us like, I bet you play this on the podcast. Too damn fucking right, I'm going to play it on the podcast. But the one that did make me laugh was the stag and hen do. I don't know whether this is real. I don't know whether it's fake, but it's fucking funny. So let's suspend our disbelief right now, and we're going to play it. But we've got to play, and for those that haven't heard it, it's a viral soundbite that's swept the internet. Swept social media, and it's an Instagram audio of a girl coming back. Well, her friends come back from a stag and hen weekend, I believe.
Oh yeah, in Amsterdam.
In Rome, is it Rome or Amsterdam? We'll soon find out. I can't fucking remember, but quite the eventful stag and hen do. It sounds like the sort of stag do that I would end up on. So,
absolute trash.
Absolute fucking trash. So let's play it. Let's roll this one and let's play it.
Tell the story because I'm literally telling everyone it's so horrific. So my friend Amelia, who I was with yesterday, she's got a mate called Ellie who's in a house share in London, and Ellie shares with like a bunch of girls. And one of the girls was telling her she's just been on a hen do to Amsterdam, where the stag and the hen went at the same time. I think they were all just like a mixed social group who kind of like knew each other, but then the stag went one day and the hen one way and the hens went the other. And one of the girls on the hen do got super drunk and went into one of these booths with like a glory hole. And so a guy on the other side stuck his dick through, so the girl was just drunk and started sucking him off. But it was one of these ones apparently where like if like she pushes a button and the guy pushes a button on the other side, they can kind of see who's on the other side. Like it makes it like transparent like a window so they can see. And so being drunk, she thought it would be hilarious to push this button just to see who she'd been sucking off. And so she pushes the button and looks up, and it's her dad on the other side. And apparently like the hen and the stag do all went home early because it was like so traumatic, and the girl's fallen out with all her family. The mum's obviously found out and is like not speaking to the dad. Like it's broken up the whole family because this girl sucked off her dad through a glory hole.
Oh my god, that's
that is the motherfucker of stories. Like,
motherfucker of stories.
Going away and being a cheap little whore and going to a glory hole and then sucking your fucking dad off at the same time. Oh my
now
god.
I've got I mean, there's many questions about that thing, but I thought glory holes was a gay thing.
Well, I think it's notoriously a gay thing, but I'm assuming abroad maybe it's different. I don't know.
There you go. Well,
we shouldn't discriminate.
Open to all.
Yeah. We shouldn't discriminate heterosexual people from glory holes. If they want to attend a glory hole, they're welcome to.
European glory holes are all inclusive.
Maybe we need to roll out heterosexual glory holes in the UK. Please, heterosexual listeners, because most of our listeners are female, let us know if there's any glory holes in and around the UK. If not, we can create some for you.
What's your favourite one?
Yeah, tell us your favourite one. Maybe we'll go visit. But fuck that. Imagine going away and going on a glory hole and then fucking sucking your dad off at the same time.
I mean, that would totally rip your family apart, wouldn't it?
I think it did. Listening to the audio, it did rip the fucking family apart. Question is, would you stop? Like, my question is, I wonder if like he finished.
Oh yeah!
Imagine tasting our brothers and sisters.
And what?
Oh my god! Yeah. Did we really go there? That's my sister. That's my brother. God.
I wonder, in a serious point about this, like, you know how when people within the same family fuck and they have kids, they're
like an inbred family.
Yeah, like their kids have actual problems. Do you reckon it causes any problems by swallowing one?
What if she swallows the spunk?
Yeah. What
problem is it going to cause?
I don't know. It's just a question. I mean, I haven't sucked off my dad.
Well, I would hope not. It'd be a bit impossible for you, wouldn't it?
True, but I don't know. It's just like I don't know.
Well, I'm not about to go find out. I'm not going to go suck off my father for market research.
Oh, take one for the podcast.
No. Let's listen. There's enough this podcast gets out of me. No, that's no sucking off relatives.
No, that's
He's sucking off relatives. But yeah, if that story is real, then fucking brilliant. But if it's not, still brilliant. Still, we can kind of hope that it's real, right?
Yeah. Time will tell. Time will tell.
So sweeping the internet and obviously getting stories sent our way / sweeping the depths and the most dirtiest parts of the internet for horror stories. We've collated a few.
Yeah.
And as always, we'll read them out. A, see if we can relate. B, it could be me. Let's face it, I've been engaged more times than a switchboard, so maybe they could be me. It'd be good to read some out.
Let's try them. Let's hear them.
The first ones that I saw was... Okay, let me read it. So this is from Anonymous.
Okay.
Right, this is from Anonymous. And he says... It was a same-sex wedding. Gays. Yeah. One of the grooms was caught heavily, and I mean heavily, making out and groping with his ex-boyfriend. He was caught by his new mother-in-law. The groom was so high on diet pills, opioids, and a gallon or two of vodka. The guilty groom checked into rehab 2 days later, and the happy couple are still together a decade later.
No way.
Really? Listen to me. If I was getting married and my husband was caught making out with their ex, they would be fucked. Not only would there be an annulment, but I'd burn his ass down.
I'd be annoyed just finding him high on pills and drunk off vodka. Like, to be sucking off someone... No.
The story didn't say sucking off. It just said making out.
Making out.
Jumping to conclusion. You try and split this couple up again?
They've been through enough.
Well, 10 years later, they can get over that.
That's good, yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad about the gallon or two of vodka, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's
Firstly, what you doing inviting your ex to your wedding?
Yeah.
And secondly, if you're caught making out with your ex on your wedding day, there's something going on there, and
Yeah,
you're not
for
meant to be
sure.
with that person anyway.
100%.
So typical gays.
Poor mother-in-law.
Yeah, she would have called, like, if I dread to think what I would have done in that situation.
Yeah.
I probably would have murdered everyone in the wedding and then set fire to everyone.
Be like the Red Wedding.
Yeah, I'd have killed everyone in that wedding. Let me just put it out there. This isn't a story, but I was curious about what this means. And I saw somebody on Reddit asked, who is the groom in a gay wedding? And I suppose that goes back to what we were just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So apparently now it's called the gride. Gride.
Okay.
It's a combination of the words groom and bride. Groom, anyone can be a groom, no matter their gender, identity or orientation. The word is that you can choose for yourself. Grooms can wear anything, but it's a gride.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to call it gride. Oh yeah, I'm the gride.
Yeah, it
Sounds a
doesn't
bit
sound...
shit, doesn't it?
does,
Like,
yeah.
I'd rather just be the groom.
Yeah.
Or the
I don't know,
bride.
it sounds a bit like...
Grinder.
It sounds a bit like Grinder, but also like...
It sounds like if you...
You ride... Like you ride.
You met your groom on Grinder.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I don't like the term.
this. Sounds a bit shit.
Just
doesn't
have
it?
two grooms. Why do we need a new word for it?
Just have two grooms, yeah. Two grooms, or, yeah, not feeling the word gride.
No.
Next one. This one's called bucket list sex. And this one's another anonymous. And it says, I was at a destination wedding in France with my husband. He was feeling amorous, so we had terrible sex in a vile toilet. His bucket list, not mine. Which resulted in an immediate bout of chronic thrush for a few days that followed the wedding, which completely ruined our trip. A note on that thrush, it was the itchiest itch that could ever be itched. Oh, they made that sound so poetic at the end.
God.
Imagine that. Well, that's what you get for fucking in a grimy toilet.
Exactly.
And also, that's what you get for going to France. If you're going to fuck in a grimy toilet in France, at least make sure it's clean and you're not going to catch
I know,
anything.
yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, so whose bucket list is to want to have sex in a grimy toilet in France?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
We had terrible sex in a vile toilet, which was his bucket list. Imagine going to your partner, now we're married, I'm going to share with you my bucket list. Go to the Grand Canyon, swim with dolphins, have sex in a vile toilet. This sounds like a gay couple.
What are your kinks?
What are your kinks? Having sex in vile toilets, yeah.
No, thanks.
Really fucking selling it for me.
No, thanks.
Well, I think this is a heterosexual couple, but the whole vile toilet thing screams homo.
Yeah, no, yeah, completely.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, rank. No, thanks.
No, fuck that. This next one reminds me a little bit of the sort of thing that maybe people assume that I would do.
Okay, go on then.
And this one says, saw a groom open up the gifts and the cards during the wedding and count the money and calling people out for how much they gave him. Also saw his friend, maybe ex-friend now, grab the money he gave him and leave. It was awesome to see. Imagine that, going to a wedding and they open up the gifts and go, only 50 quid.
You
Only
chase them out of the
50
hall.
Get out.
What am I going to do with 20 quid?
Reminds me of my 32nd or 33rd birthday, where I had champagne. I had a champagne themed party, and if you didn't bring a bottle of Verve, you only got to drink the Prosecco all night. See? Sounds like the sort of thing I would do,
Absolutely does.
Opening up all the gifts. Counting the money and calling people out on how much they gave them. That's fucking brilliant.
That's...
I fucking love that. This one I think is a heterosexual couple. Well,
Okay.
it is a heterosexual couple, but again, it's another anonymous. I'm not surprised none of these got names on them, but
Yeah.
This one says, on my wedding night, I fucked both my bride and my long-term affair cousin. I could see the difference in their attitude. My new wife was like a rose flower, beautiful, fragrant, but thorny, throwing tantrums, whereas my cousin was like a marigold flower, full-bodied, fragrant, soft, smooth, gentle and cuddly, oozing love and affection. Sounds like you want to be with a fucking cousin and not the bride.
Yeah.
That is weird.
That is weird, because, I mean, you shouldn't be fucking your cousin.
Oh my god. You shouldn't be fucking your cousin, but also this grimy person fucked the wife and the cousin on the same night.
Oh.
That is fucking rotten.
Yeah.
Well, like, that's not okay.
Trash bag.
I just love how romantic he is about the cousin.
I know, yeah, exactly.
That he called
Like a
his wife
beautiful
thorny, throwing tantrums. Oh, I'm sorry I'm not your cousin. Do you know what I mean?
I'm here for horny, not for thorny.
Oh, God. Oh, that poor wife.
Yeah, that poor wife.
I don't know if she knows. I mean, it's anonymous, but his Twitter name is Young Heartman. I'm going to go search that out after. I want to see what this person looks like. Oh, God. Oh, this one. Now, the title of this is I Was Fucked by the Groom and His Groomsmen. Oh. Now we're talking. So this one says, I used to be a wedding planner and I had a groom who was insanely attractive. Every time we would meet about the wedding with his wife-to-be, straight people again. Anyway, he would find a way to get me alone and tell me the dirtiest things. When the wedding day rolled around, he pulled me into the back of the room and him and 3 of his groomsmen took turns passing me around. I was filled with cum when I waved goodbye to the groom and his new wife as they drove off for their honeymoon. The wedding planner's a spunk bucket.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, my God. I love the fact that I was filled with cum when I waved goodbye to the groom. And, I've just realised as well, the groom was one of the people that fucked her.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck me.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
I'm jealous of this wedding planner. What a profession.
There we go. Yeah, exactly.
God, she must have been like swinging saloon. Oops, hit my mic. Swinging saloon doors by the end of that wedding.
Yeah.
I mean,
and what did? Also, they did it all in the same room.
Yeah,
so, like,
well, I think some straight people are into that sort of thing, right? Well, I suppose some gay people are into it.
I suppose so. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose they just took it in turns, right? Like passed one around, like passing the buck, passing the vagina,
passing the bucket.
Oh God! What
disgusting.
A lovely story about being filled with cum, waving goodbye to the groom and the bride. Oh, I hope he washed before he went to the wife. Fuck the wife. God, the straight people are coming through with the stories.
Quite literally.
This one, literally coming through with the stories. So this one says, my wife started fucking my very well hung best friend before we were engaged. My idea, brackets. And he was my best man. She expressed regret that we didn't invite him to our hotel room after the wedding. He fucked her for 15 years after we were married. I also fucked my wife's maid of honour about a year after our wedding. Unfortunately, it only happened once. Fuck me, like, do these two want to be married?
Yeah. Did he allow that to happen for 15 years when they were married?
Well, yeah, he did. He said he fucked her for 15 years after they were married. It was his idea.
Also, I love the fact that he knew his friend was well hung.
Yeah, I fucked... my wife started fucking my very well hung best friend. How do you know that?
There we go.
Oh, very, very, very kinky. But yeah, filthy
Another
stories.
filth bag.
I love that you've brought some stories to the table.
I have
well.
also, yeah. I found one or
stories
two.
to the table, so I shall read them out.
Go for it.
So it says, I'm a wedding photographer and I once had a bride call me the day after her wedding to ask if I could Photoshop a bridesmaid out of all of her photos because, quote, that bitch fucked my husband last night. I thought she'd probably do better to edit out the groom. And that's from Tracy from Facebook. Go on, Trace. Go on, Trace. Edit that fucking bitch out. Go on.
When I was looking, like, I'm glad you found a wedding planning one because I found so many stories from wedding photographers. Honestly, if you want to get fucked at a wedding, be a wedding photographer.
Very slaggy wedding. God, you're all coming through as sluts. You've got the wedding photographer, you've got the... No, wait, was the wedding photographer a slut?
No,
she
it
was
was the
just
wedding
part,
planner.
She was just part of the slutty brigade.
Yeah, the
of
wedding
people.
planner was the slut.
Oh yeah, she's a big slut. Being fucking tag teamed by the groomsmen and all of his best men, I'd say a slut is a fucking understatement.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know. Anyway, the next one, and I think this might be the last. Do we have one more after this? Yeah, this is the last one. Well, you disclaimer, you did bring loads to the table, but we've cherry-picked a couple of our favourites. And this one was, the bride's very drunk sister tried to call... Sorry, let me start that again. The bride's very drunk sister tried to cut in on a dance between me and my fiancé and told her no. She followed me to the bathroom and threw a lit cigarette onto my dress. She was also mad when another bridesmaid was turning 21 at midnight and screamed at her. It was the bride's day and the birthday girl was being a whore. So she threw her up against the wall and punched her in the face. That's from Samantha Marshall from Facebook. Yes. Sounds like that sort of thing. I'd throw a cigarette on her dress just to set her alight.
On fire, yeah.
You pissed me off.
There we go.
It's got to be flammable, that polyester. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, don't mess with the bride.
Don't mess with the bride. Yeah. Well, I'm getting lots of wedding tips for this. Like, fuck me. Like, when it comes to engagement number 4 and wedding number 2, I'm literally full with ideas now. Not as full as that fucking wedding planner though.
No one's going to be that.
No one's going to be as full as her. She's a little fucking slut.
Honestly, you don't think about these kind of things happening at weddings, least of all the people involved in the background.
Well, yeah, that's very true. I did want to get married, but after hearing all the filth that can go into it, I already want to get divorced. So... Anyway, maybe we should wrap that one up.
Yeah.
Call it time on this wedding.
Yeah.
And
I think so, yeah.
Episode 20 done. We're back with a bang. I have a voice again.
Yeah.
I am not coughing. I only made it through this podcast coughing once.
Yeah, well done.
So I'm quite happy with that.
Excellent stuff.
So yeah, it's been a while, but we will obviously edit this video and put it on social media for you all to see. So you can always head over to our TikTok at...
RBTW official.
It's been a while since you said that, isn't it? It's been a while since you fucking said that, you could tell.
Little hamster going around in the head, yeah, that's the one.
But also, please head over to Spotify. And we're also on all platforms now, but please like, share and subscribe on Spotify. Hit that notification, automatic download, and give us a 5-star rating.
Add comments as well. We love to see your comments. Please
Yes,
comment
we
on all
do
the
love to see
episodes.
the comments. But yeah, we are very grateful for the Spotify listeners. We get the figures and they're going up and up and up and up and up, which is great. We just got to fucking match that with TikTok, haven't we? We're not as good with TikTok, these old gay people. They're not very good with TikTok. We're not down with the kids, right? But we're doing something right on Spotify. We're doing something right on the audio waves. It's just the video.
100%.
We're getting there.
We
We're getting
are.
there. But
We're
yeah,
there.
episode 21 next week. Maybe I'll throw the baton back to you next week and you can come up with maybe divorce. I don't know.
The natural follower.
Yeah, but let's wrap this one up and we'll see everybody for episode 21.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.